is here, so that means the tier list is here as well, and I cannot wait to see how bad Prydwen absolutely messed this tier list up, because I feel like Prydwen hasn't been doing a great job at these tier lists, and we're here to see if they're still glazing Aglia to no ends, because my god, the glaze on Aglia is unreal, guys. Okay, here we go, guys. Okay, so wait, Mydei is tier... Okay, so that's interesting. Mydei is tier 2 in Pure Fiction, tier 0.5 in Apocalyptic Shadow, and tier 0 in MOC. What other changes have been made here? Has there been any other changes that have been made here at all? I guess Pure Fiction would have the most changes, right? I feel as though that Pure Fiction should have had the most changes, if anything, right? So I'm going to bring this over to Excalibur now so we can more closely talk about this. All right, so first things first here, guys, we're going to start off with the MOC tier list first, starting off with Mr. Mydei himself. Yeah, I do think Mydei should be at the top here. I think there is nothing wrong with saying that he is a tier 0 athlete, tier 0 DPS, if you will. I do think that he is a sub DPS at Categorize. I know people are going to get pissed about that. Like, oh, she got fucking nerfed into the ground. I don't give a fuck. He's good. He's a sub DPS to her, and he'll work great on her teams. He'll also work great on his own teams as well, but I do think that he is meant to be the sub DPS for Miss Cat Piss herself. So with that being said, let's move over to Miss Aglia here. Now, if we're talking about this particular MOC, I do think that she is tier 0 for the fact of the buff that we have in this MOC. If we did not have the energy, she would be fucking ass. So for that reason, I'm going to keep it a buck. She is completely reliant on this buff to be really good, especially at E0, S0. Her ass for me is moving down. There's no shot that she stays up here in my opinion. I think she moves down here. Genuinely, if we're talking about the best options in MOC at this particular time, I genuinely think that Fei Xiao on average is better. And you can watch multiple videos of me talking about this and just me going over her in different types of like scenarios, right, using Fei Xiao. I do think that Fei Xiao is overall better than Aglia is. Fight me in the fucking comment section. Aglia is not as good as you fucking glazers are making her out to be, okay? She is just not that bitch, okay? Now let's hop into some more of the other DPS here. Do I think Rappa deserves a spot up here? Do I think Aglia is better than Rappa? I do think Aglia is better than Rappa, and I do think Aglia is better than Firefly as well, so I'll probably be moving these two down. I think she's probably on par with what Akrok can do, considering the restrictions that both of these teams have. And also for this as well, this might be a little bit copium too. I think that Boot Hill stays the same. I think Boot Hill stays right there where he's at, but I do honestly think that, well, this is more AoE oriented, so I would probably move Boot Hill down just for the AoE orientation that the current MOC has. I think I could probably move him down too. I'm gonna keep it a buck. We're moving him down too, and then we're keeping Yunli the same here. I think Yunli stays the same. I think she's really good. I just think Yunli is really good. That's all I really have to say about that. I think she is a fucking beast. I think the energy regen that she gets back from this mode really makes her shine even more so. Not saying that she even needs it like Aglia needs it, because Aglia definitely needs it. I still think that Yuli can stand on her own 10 toes, despite that, right? Yeah, I can agree with just about everyone else being here. There wasn't really much changes, but they do have an eyeball next to Miss Black Swan. Now, why do they have an eyeball next to Miss Black Swan here? Let's see if it'll tell us. Why? Potentially, maybe. Okay, they just added him to the tier list. Okay, cool. Mydei has limited control over what his direct attacks. Okay, yeah, true. You do have very limited controls over Mydei, which is not that good. I won't lie to you. But hey, maybe for auto players, it's good. You don't have to worry about him anyway. So that is kind of down bad that you don't have complete control over him. But I still think he's pretty good. But now, Miss Black Swan here. Now, my thing with Black Swan is I think she's a pretty decent support. She does give defense down in her kit, so I think that is pretty good to have. But overall, I think she's a pretty good matchup for Acheron, genuinely. Now, do I think that she is... Did they move Kafka over here? Honestly, I think I'm moving her down. I think I'm moving her down here. I also think I'm moving Mose down here as well. I don't see many people using Mose nowadays. Now, do I think he's a full 2 tiers below Topaz? Probably not. I would probably say he is the worst in tier 1 right here. I do think that he is in contention for being in tier 1.5, but I won't put him there just yet. Now, honestly, I do think Herta with the Herta does slap. I do think she deserves a slap here in tier 1. As for the rest here, I think these are pretty self-explanatory. I think those deserve to be down here as well. Now, moving on to, what is this, tier 0 for the amplifiers. You know what? Sunday's grown on me a bit. I do think Sunday needs to be up here. This might be a hot take, though. This might be a hot take. Genuinely, for me, guys, I feel like Ruan Mei hasn't been performing to the standard that I think that she should be performing at, especially with the amount of like indirect buffs that Robin's gotten and the amount of indirect buffs that Sunday's gotten. I think they've gotten better and better, whereas she's either just kind of gotten stagnant or gotten worse in certain situations or scenarios, considering we haven't had like many addition of break characters since Rappa came out, right? So for that matter, I'd probably be moving her down here with like the break supports. I understand that she can help out other characters outside of break, but I will be moving her down to this tier here. I do think think she's on the same level as them. But here's the thing. Do I think Sunday's a full 2 tiers ahead of what Sparkle can do? He does give energy. You know what? You know what? Fuck it. I'll say it now. I'm just going to keep it the same. I do think that she is better. I don't think that maybe she's a full 2 tiers better than what this is. Now let's move on to, okay, so first of all, get this bitch down here. Fuck no, absolutely not. Move her ass down there and move her ass down here too. Honestly, I'm a Bronny hater till the day I die. Fix her E1, make it not 50-50, then we can talk. We can talk if she doesn't have a Fiesta 50. She's an SP fucking soul-sucking whore, and she does not deserve any fucking lime of light, no fucking time of day. Fuck Bronya, bro. Anyways, on to our sustain. No, move this up. I think she gets better and better. I literally think that Hua Hua is one of the most future-proofable sustains in the game. And the reason I think that is because of the energy she provides. With the amount of energy that these people have, especially Aglia over here having, what, a 270 energy cost, he also has a pretty high energy as well. So, I mean, with those two being, and then also she can work here too. Like, a lot of these new characters have super high energy costs. So I think she helps out all of these characters really well. Now, will she help out Miss Caterize, Miss Catpiss? No, but she also helps out Tribby as well, getting Tribby extra ultimate back, so you get more follow-ups, you get more field out, so I mean, that's really good there too. I really do think Miss Hua Hua is a very future-proofable support. Now, don't get me wrong, do I think that Miss Lingshaw's is better? I do think Miss Lingshaw's is better in terms of, like, sustainability. I think you can get easier sustainability out of Lingshaw, but nonetheless, I do think the energy is really important there. I don't really like the attack buff as much anymore, just because so many people get, like, so many buffs to their base multipliers now that it doesn't really make sense. And honestly, to me, I feel like her Eidolons nowadays really aren't that good, considering you want to run slower teams. So, I mean, if you have E1, she's kind of even cucked more so, in my opinion, depending on the team you're running her on. So, for that, I'd be moving her up anyways. I think she deserves to be up there. Now, Fushuan, Locha, no shot. Move Locha down. I do not think that Locha and Fushuan are on the same tier. The thing is, right, Locha is a sustain character that can remove buffs from enemies, and that's about it, right? Fushuan can keep the team alive. Basically, he's just a sustainer that can remove buff from enemies. Whereas she's a sustainer, but can give crit rate to your allies. I think crit rate is a much more important stat to have than what he provides. She also provides max HP as well, so do keep that in mind. So this can help out some units down the line, or some characters down the line that really want to have extra max HP. So for that reason, I would be keeping her in tier 1. I don't think she's as good as Gallagher, but I also don't think she's I don't think she's on the same level as Locha. I think she's better than Locha. Outside of this, I think that's pretty much all I have to say for this current MOC. Let's go ahead and move on to Pure Fiction. I just completed Pure Fiction yesterday. I had a pretty easy time with it. Now, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, I did not use Acheron, but I did see a lot of people use Acheron and stay absolutely clear with Acheron. I'm going to keep Acheron here for now. I still think that Miss Girly Girl over here is probably the absolute queen of it. Honestly, I do think that probably Tribby is the queen of this particular Pure Fiction, but that's neither here nor there. Overall, though, guys, my big turnaround here is I do think that Mr. Jing Ding Wing Yuan moves down. I do think that Rappa moves down 1 tier to tier 1 here. As for Argenti, do I think Argenti moves down 1 tier? I used Argenti on my The Herta team, and it struggled. It struggled quite a bit. Now, maybe I could have played it a bit better with, like, turning the monkeys around and getting, like, extra energy boost. But as for me, as of right now, in this current state of the game, I'm moving him down as well. I do think that I'm moving him down. Now, this might be a shocker to you guys. Yeah, she deserves to be here in tier 1.5. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think Mydei is bad. I think Mydei deserves to be up here in tier 1.5. He is very blast-oriented, meaning he can hit multiple enemies. And I do think that propels him forward to be in tier 1.5. Now, this is absolutely fucking dirty. Putting Fei Xiao in tier 3. I think Fei Xiao for this current Pure Fiction is an absolute fucking necessity. I have never got so much score in my life with Fei Xiao on my team. I'm moving Fei Xiao up to tier 1. You know what? Maybe that's a little bit too much. Maybe too much glaze, I think she's on the same level as Aglia, this Pure Fiction. Honestly, I do think she's a little bit better than Aglia. And that's because of the fact that while, yes, Fei Xiao does work, Fei Xiao only works because of Tribby, and I don't want to sit here and say that Fei Xiao is better than Aglia when Aglia has dedicated, needed teammates as well to actually make the team fucking function. So with that being said, she needs Tribby, she needs Sunday, Miss Hua Hua, and some other options to make her work. Arguably, I mean, she needs more options than Fei Xiao does, but I'm not going to let that deter. I think each of these characters do have a necessity to be around the team, so I'm putting them up there. I think the only tier 0.5 right now is probably, in my opinion, Acheron, and then we go up from there. Now onto this next side here. I think everything else is pretty self-explanatory down there. Now, yeah, Herta, Jade, Tribby, absolutely agree. Partner here, wait, this is main DPS. Wait, actually, wait, pause. This is main DPS Argenti. Absolutely not. No. I thought we were talking about sub DPS Argenti. No shot. We move him down more. He's getting moved down to this tier 2. I don't think he's that good of a main DPS, genuinely. I think he works good in a Herta team as a sub DPS. No shot. I think he goes down there. For a partner, like I said, I think, he is better than Serval. He is better than Serval if we're talking about this right here. So, for that matter, I will be keeping him in tier 0.5 as a partner character if we're specifying him as a partner character. Now on to Black Swan. Yeah, I pretty much agree with everything else here. I think probably, honestly, you could maybe move Topaz up to tier 2 because I do think Topaz and Fei Xiao work well together, especially on a Tribute team. I do think that can work out pretty well for this current Pure Fiction. So, for that matter, I'd probably be moving Miss Topaz up to tier 2 here. Yeah, we're going to do that. Now, this, I pretty much agree with this all around the board. Yeah, Ruan Mei's down here. This is actually pretty good. Genuinely. Wait, no, well. There's no way that he's that much. No, move her up. I think we move Sparkle up here. I think Sparkle deserves to be up here. Genuinely, I think Ting Yun probably deserves to be down here a bit. Pure Fiction is not very good. I don't know how I feel about Ting Yun in this Pure Fiction. Genuinely. I think I'll be moving her down, moving her up here. Miss Sparkly Spoot up here, and then everything else is pretty good. Now, as for this, yeah, move her up. I think she's pretty good. Actually, I think both of these are really good. There's no way that Ling Shaw is like the absolute. I know she is really good, but the extra follow-ups really do help this Pure Fiction, so I'm moving both of these characters up. And if we were to move someone else up, I would probably say move Fu Xuan up just because of AoE attacks and extra crit rate. I do think she's a bit better than Gallagher, this current Pure Fiction, so, and I do want to fill in that gap for tier 0.5. So that's what I'd be doing for this. Now on to Apocalyptic Shadow gamers. Yep, you heard it here first, guys. Honestly, I told you, fucking Fei Xiao's that bitch, guys. I think she is probably one of the best, probably if not the best DPS in the game. I said it. I fucking said it, bro. Fei Xiao's fucking amazing, bro. Fei Xiao is fucking her, bro. She is him. Now, as for these characters, I think, genuinely, I think Firefly moves down a tier. I do think that Rappa is a bit better, just because of the fact we have the monkeys out right now. The monkeys are very, you want to hit all the enemies at one time. She only has blast type attack, so for that, I'm just moving her down just for that reason alone. As for these other characters here, I think we move Jing Yuan down. I don't think Jing Yuan's as strong as Pure Fiction. Let's move him down one tier. Aglia, I think Aglia's fine. I think that they are pretty hand in hand in Apoc Shadow. Keep them on the same tier together. I don't really have many gripes with the Apocalyptic Shadow one. Do I think Topaz is this good? What did I use? I'm gonna go off base of what I use. I didn't even use Topaz. Yeah, no, I used Tribby. Yeah, I think Topaz moves down one tier. Yeah, I think I moved Topaz down one tier. I think these two are fine. Actually, Jade for Apoc. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. No, I think that's fine. I think for the most part, this list is fine here. I think for Apoc, we move him up, though. I think we move him up, we move her down. No, Break's really good, though. No, I'll take that back. I think Break is pretty decent in this one, so I'd keep her up here for now, just because of how prevalent Break is, and you can use her really well on a Break team. So I'm keeping her up here for now, but I do think Sunday probably deserves to be up here as well. So for that matter, I won't be that much of a hater on fucking Sunday right now. Let's move him up one. Now, oh, this is a fucking mortal sin right here. This is an absolute mortal fucking sin right here. Move her up. Bro, you're fucking tripping. Y'all are fucking out of your fucking gourd. You're out of your fucking mind. Move fucking up, guys. Okay, fuck them. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video on the new tier list that dropped. We really didn't get many movements going around, so But other than that, guys, I told you what my thoughts are. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Will I be here to read your comments? Maybe not. I might be in Japan by the time this video comes out. I'm not sure when this video is coming out. So, that being said, that's going to do it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Later. Bye, guys. See you later. Bye.